Ukraine-Russia conflict, October 22nd, 2025. Russian soldiers attempted to launch an assault with heavy vehicles, but Ukrainian drone operators used FPVs to neutralize the Russian armor and military groups. This hot military development, confirmed in the Zaporizhzhia direction, highlights a brief but effective operation carried out by Ukraine's 118th Separate Mechanized Brigade. Russian army armor was destroyed in the conflict zone at the center of Malaya Tokmachka. Ukrainian UAV operators flew kamikaze drones toward enemy armor and destroyed all of them in the open field. But it didn't end there because, as you can also see, Ukrainian Reconnaissance UAV immediately tracked the Russian soldiers near the ruins, and this time, perhaps unexpectedly, they launched an assault on the enemy position using a tank instead of drones. Russian infantry attempted to resist by forming cover between two houses. Thanks to its thermal sights and stabilized turret structure, the tank delivered strikes with cold precision to the area turned into ruins. The shots collapsed the rear facade of the buildings, completely neutralizing the enemy. How many kamikaze drones do you think are needed to completely destroy a Russian armored vehicle? You will see the answer to this question now. In this military engagement that took place on October 23, 2025, Ukraine's Chervona Kalina Brigade carried out a high-precision UAV operation against Russian units assaulting the front line. The Russian armored element, attempting to advance in the open field, was caught by the drone reconnaissance network and quickly became a target. After analyzing its movement, the experienced FPV drone operators of the Ukrainian brigade launched an assault on the enemy armor using a chain of consecutive kamikaze strikes. Following several hits in rapid succession, the enemy vehicle was rendered completely unusable. We share the latest and most real military events on this channel, so after subscribing, you can turn on notifications to be notified of new videos quickly. November 3, 2025. One of the most critical developments in the Russia-Ukraine war occurred with a very different operation in the Sivish region. It is clear that there is a small boat moving on the water, and these are Ukrainians. Special teams belonging to the Ukrainian Navy detected a Russian Special Forces unit that had converted the Sivish drilling platform into a temporary enemy forward base. This area had long been known as a Russian point for surveillance, signal collection, and ATGM anti-tank guided missile deployment. A Ukrainian reconnaissance UAV clearly filmed the ATGM positions, sensor towers, and electronic surveillance equipment around the platform. These images were simultaneously transmitted to the command center. As you see, the Ukrainian soldiers approached the platform and then retreated. I believe they had planted explosives. As you will watch, a few seconds later, this platform is completely demolished. I think the success of the Ukrainian forces deserves praise. Now, when we understand the event we are about to watch, we feel like saying, "Long live Ukraine." November 3, 2025. The Ukrainian Special Operations Forces conducted an overnight operation along the occupied Luhansk line. An attack on a fuel unloading facility near Donetsk caused serious disruptions in Russia's logistical channels. Simultaneously, the supply depot in Roskishna was completely neutralized by consecutive precision strikes. FP-1 and FP-2 type UAVs detected the enemy's supply lines during high-altitude flights, tracked the movement, and ensured total destruction in the target area. November 3, 2025. Another different operation. This time, UAV units belonging to the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense launched a new operation targeting Russian air defense systems in Crimea. The goal was to destroy Russia's critical anti-aircraft capabilities and consolidate superiority on the front line. Within the scope of the operation, FPV and kamikaze UAVs were directed toward advanced air defense batteries like the S-400 and hit the targets with high-precision strike. These assaults were executed with cold precision and flawless timing. The Russian systems were completely neutralized by consecutive UAV strikes. Debris and smoke rose into the air. We are now reviewing a military event that took place on October 22, 2025. Ukraine's 61st Motorized Rifle Brigade once again demonstrated the effectiveness of aerial reconnaissance and fire correction operations on the field. Hidden Russian tank and artillery positions on the front line were detected by Ukrainian reconnaissance drones. The FP5 and Reconnaissance UAVs tracked the targets instantly, and the operators, with a cool-headed approach and flawless timing, ensured the attack coordination, destroying the enemy equipment with sudden strikes. Armored vehicles, artillery batteries, and also Russian motorcycles in the open field were destroyed during the operation. The Ukrainian brigade sent a message of definitive superiority and unwavering determination against the enemy with every assault. And now there is another military event similar to the previous one, involving the destruction of Russian motorcycles. This event took place on October 11th, and we are reporting it now. Ukrainian Reconnaissance UAV first detected Russian soldiers approaching the ruins. Russian soldiers on motorcycles. They immediately entered the ruined house, perhaps having noticed the reconnaissance UAV. At this moment, the Ukrainian drone carefully tracked the enemy's movement and prepared for a successful assault. It swiftly attacked the location where the enemy was hiding and demolished the ruin, thus neutralizing the enemy soldiers, destroying the enemy equipment, including the motorcycles, and collapsing the ruins. In this military operation, too, we see that Ukrainian reconnaissance drones are constantly vigilant against enemy movement by scouting the areas and are always ready for a counter-assault. October 10th, 2025, Russia-Ukraine War. Ukraine's 60th Motorized Rifle Brigade launched an assault on the enemy in a military operation conducted on the Volodymyrivka line. Russian armor, unsure of what to do in the terrain, was destroyed by consecutive kamikaze strikes. The brigade's reconnaissance UAVs destroyed a Russian armored convoy consisting of a tank and other armored vehicles. A total of 8 enemy equipment were rendered unusable in this incident. Around Volodymyrivka, the Russian vehicles were halted with a strategic plan by the pursuing FPV assaults. As you can see, every kamikaze swiftly approaches an armored vehicle and immediately disables it. We will now analyze a military event that took place on October 22nd, 2025. And this is the final event from the Russia-Ukraine war we will watch in this video. This incident occurred in the Donetsk region and once again proved the UAV superiority to everyone. Reconnaissance and FPV drone operators belonging to Ukraine's Ivan Franko group initiated the operation by detecting Russian military vehicles advancing on critical logistical routes. Low-altitude reconnaissance flights turned this enemy convoy, attempting to hide within the complex terrain structure, into an obvious open target, and the drone operators began their precision strikes. And we are coming to the end of the video. If you would like to support these hot developments on Ukraine's front line, you can like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every new military event will be shared here so you can instantly follow the dynamics of this war. Stay tuned.